What's up, Quest family? My name is Eli Miller. I'm an AT thru hiker of 2019. Over the last couple of weeks, we've broken down some of the gear I use, some strategies that I adopted as I was doing my AT thru hike, and today we're going to talk about nutrition. Nutrition is probably the single most important thing for any hike, whether it be just a weekend, a long thru hike, or any kind of thing that you're outdoors doing. The food that you eat is going to drastically impact how you're feeling, the energy you have, and how quickly your body can repair itself after a long day on the trail. So for starters, I've got a lot of things in front of me right now. Right here you can see the dehydrated meal that I chose by Backpacker's Pantry, which is my favorite, being the chicken teriyaki. There are also several other brands that are great for backpacking dehydrated meals, such as Backpacker's Pantry, Good to Go, and Mountain House. They have a variety of options that will fill you up and taste pretty good, especially once you're hungry. Some other things I have in front of me are a titanium Trek 700 cooking pot with some measuring lines, which you'll need whenever doing a dehydrated meal. MSR fuel and the Pocket Rocket Deluxe for the cooking. I got some chopped onions that I chopped up with my Benchmade knife, and then I got a little bit of garlic powder, olive oil just to spice things up and give it a little more calories, as well as a Sawyer squeeze and a platypus bag that I use to filter the water that I'm going to be using today. So step one to cooking your dehydrated meal is clearly water. Make sure you're filtering your water no matter where you get it from, whether it be a filter system like the Sawyer squeeze or some tablets to clean the water. You just want to make sure that the water doesn't get you sick. So again, I'm using this Pocket Rocket Deluxe. Turn it on like that. This guy has a great starter, so you don't even have to have a lighter. And boom, we have fire. Next thing, you're gonna put your pre-measured water on top to let it boil. Whenever I'm doing any kind of dehydrated meal, I do just a tiny bit less than the water recommended on the package, just because if you add too much water, whatever you're cooking could be really soupy. And you want it to be just the right amount of rehydrated once you get it into your belly. So once you got your water boiling, you're going to open up your package and get that water in there so the food can rehydrate. When you are opening up your package, most backpacker meals have something like this in there. This is just to make sure that the food stays dehydrated, but it's not safe for consumption, so make sure you get it out. Once your water is good and boiled, take it off the heater. Make sure your stove is turned off so you don't burn down the shelter or camp. And go ahead and pour that water into your Mountain House meal or any other meal that you're preparing. So the next step is, while this sits and rehydrates, I'm going to spice up this meal with a little bit of onion, garlic, and olive oil. When you're out on the trail for a long time, you probably eat a lot of these, and you don't want to get tired of them. You want to be able to spice something up a little bit, and doing something as simple as adding some onion, olive oil, and garlic can go a long way in making it taste a little bit better. So while your Mountain House meal is rehydrating, something you can do to, again, spice it up a little bit, is saute a little bit of onions, maybe some garlic powder, a little bit of olive oil. This gives a good kick to any Mountain House meal you've been eating, especially if you've been eating the same one consistently. You want to make it maybe a little fresh and a little bit different. Each Mountain House meal takes about 8 to 15 minutes, depending on the one, to rehydrate all the way. So while the water's busy doing its thing, sauteing up some onions makes a great way to make it taste just new and fresh. So once you've got those onions in there, I recommend stirring it up to make sure that that flavor kind of goes through the whole meal. Something else you can do just to add, again, a little more flavor and some more calories to your meal are going to be adding a little bit more olive oil and some more garlic powder. Adding things like olive oil to your meals can go a long way in making sure that you're getting the calories that you require. As I said earlier, your food that you're eating is going to directly affect how you're feeling. Especially if you're injured, it's important to be eating as much as possible. Hiker hunger is a real thing. You lose a lot of weight when you're out there working hard every day trying to bust out those miles. So eating meals that are going to replenish you and fill you up are going to be the best way for you to stay healthy and stay happy. And when you do something like this, it tastes delicious. So after you're good and fed, you're going to make sure that you want to pack out all of your garbage. Packing out your trash is one of the key concepts to no trace hiking. Mountain House meals and many other backpacking meals are great because they have a Ziploc top, so you can put all the garbage from the meal down into the bag and then put that bag in your smell-proof Ziploc or however you're carrying around your garbage. The very last thing to any meal, unfortunately, is cleanup. No one likes it, but it's got to happen. Using a Sawyer squeeze and a platypus bladder, you can filter clean water to clean out your pot. Make sure you get all those nice onions that we cooked up earlier, all that olive oil out. That way you're ready for your next meal and it'll be clean to go. Using something like camp spuds can also go a little bit away in making sure stuff is clean and that no germs are building up, as well as a biodegradable and safe product to use out there. So this has been nutrition. Again, it's so important that you guys are eating as much as physically possible, especially if you're doing a thru hike. You can see yourself losing a lot of weight. I personally lost almost 40 pounds when I hiked, so it's important to feed yourself as much as possible. Join us next time when we talk about clothing and shoes, some of the really important things to keep you dry, keep you warm, and keep you comfortable while you're out there doing your hike. As always, come into the store. We love seeing you guys and answering all the questions that you have. We have fly fishers, kayakers, trail runners, bikers. We got it all, and we love sharing our knowledge with you guys. So come in and say hey.